You smell what the fuck is cooking? Flock up or flock off. Not you. Stick around because it's about to go down. You know, Flock with the most energetic entity in the universe. Hey, on the Maniac Monday. First time in a long time, but it's never the wrong time. You come to here getting on time. Let's go. Yo, so flocking pipe, so hyped. What am I talking about? We out here. What a beautiful win, man. What a beautiful win. We're going to get into the win. We're going to get into things that I don't like about the win, things that I love about the win. We're just going to get into a few things. It's a Maniac Monday. What a better time to come in for therapy. Because right now, I mean, what's going on in the Eagle landscape is just ridiculous. I can't stand for it. If you come here for somebody to talk trash, it ain't me. Well, you know, I mean, that's kind of what I do. Sometimes I'm spinning, but I'm not trashing my coach, man. So if y'all want to come somewhere where we're going to talk about, we're going to have a good time and enjoy this W, as opposed to people out there going crazy over things that didn't happen, hypotheticals and whatnot, and listen to ex-Cowboys and people that hate us and people that got nothing and the other people that hate us because they ain't us, like the Greenies of the world whose team is trash right now, so he wants to come back and come down on us. Get the fuck out of here. You got the Candies of the world and Swaggo and all that. They want to talk crazy. Like, get the fuck out of here. Y'all former Cowboys. We know you have a regimen, and you know what? We're just gonna have a good time. And because we're talking about a 6-2 team, not to mention, no, you know, a 7-2 team. Yeah, I never do this. I'm guaranteeing a W next week against the boys because they're down a few people. Regardless of what, that's not what we're here for. But we're gonna get the Nets keeping out of the way. Please like and subscribe. If you about that fly, Eagles fly, drop a comment in the box. If you flying with the flock, let's fly. Do remember, join that Maniac thing. Know the game. You hit that bell, you get a bang whenever I'm on this YouTube thing. And while that's the Maniac thing, let's keep the main thing the main thing. Hope this video finds you in good vibes. Fly, Eagle, fly skies. If you're not there, hope this helps you get there because we're about to go there. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, I'm still hyped from the win yesterday. Like, I didn't even notice my voice was gone. This is nuts. Regardless of whom or what, man. First things first. We already know the league, people everywhere, everyone out there, they hate our boy Nick Sirianni. My boy, because I know a lot of y'all out there probably hating on him too. I don't get it. We got a 6-2 coach, not to mention probably the best start of a coach in the Eagles' history. Last 3 years is probably unprecedented as far as the success we had. 2 10-1 starts, not to mention 6-2 now. Like I said, it's going to be 7-2. Come on, like we really need to relax. Hypotheticals, get the flock up out of here. We won the damn game. And everyone's like, why go for 2 when you're up 16? It's going to make it 17. You know I hate 17, except for our boy Nicole Dean is 17 right now. 17 zip leads, I just feel like they're just, and perhaps Nick knows that too. He's of the same mind state as I am because I'm crazy and he's crazy. Yeah, he's a maniac. I know somebody said, yo, it's like as if they went into the crowd, felt the craziest Eagles fan and said, you want to be coach and made him coach, go coach your ass off. And that's Nick Sirianni. I don't care. And if that's the case, I wouldn't give a damn. That's my guy. I'm flocking with Nick Sirianni. Not to, I mean, I'm just as upset as some people, some things, because while I said I get going for the 2, 16 zip, then it makes it 18, which I said we're not going to talk about hypotheticals, but I'm going to talk about the future. We're going to get into the future a little bit later in the game when it comes to Quadstrodamus. Oh my gosh. But, you know, 18 zip, then you kick a field goal, then you're up 21 zip or 21-7, whatever the case may be, and then you're keeping, you're almost... Yeah, I get it. You're probably doing too much, but it's what we do. It's what we have done. If you keep doing what you do, you don't have to second guess yourself. Whereas if you don't do what you do and then something bad happens and you're like, damn, I should have stuck to my guns and do what I do. We know we all love it when we hit on these 4th downs. I mean, he's been a 4th down killer over his career. We're going to have to switch through things up because it seemed like the league is kind of getting hit to this. What Jacksonville did against the against the Brotherly Shove was different than we've seen other teams. Oh, snap. I missed that. First play of the game, Jalen almost threw an INT. Is that so? I would have been losing it. Glad I missed that play. Yeah. Woo. Got back to the game. Got to the game a little bit late. However, this is it. You've got 18 plus 3 to the 21. Yada, da, da, da. It's just what I would have done, and I'm riding by it. Like I said, the success rate that he's had going forward on the 3rd downs and 4th downs and things of that sort, we've been top notch as far as that goes. In Jacksonville, what we forget is that's a hungry team, bro. They're not where they thought they were going to be at this point in the season after paying their starting quarterback $55 million a year, not to mention signing other guys. And that defensive line is there are no slouches over there. The defensive backs are young, but they're hungry and they're talented, and they're well coached. It looked like our boy D. Pitty was filling out an application for our job in case there's a vacancy because the fans try to push, or the radio stations or the media try to push Nick Sirianni out of here. But he put on a show yesterday, showing some resolve that he didn't have early on in his coaching career. But like I said, so this was a hungry team. Not to mention this is a team everyone thinking that we should have blown out. I was more scared of this game than next week's game against the Cowboys. for the mere fact that they've been in every game that they do. What I believe they're like 1-5 in one possession games. So that's 1-5. So they're 2-7 now. So it's like 6 out of the 7 games, right? 6 out of the 8 games. They're in every damn game is basically the point. So, and while we may have let them back in this game, I do believe that the refs, and I hate blaming the refs, but the refs were part and parcel contributed to them still being in the game also. Your man was down by contact. You show another man hitting another man's foot, that means he's down. So if he falls down and then he gets back up and he runs into the end zone, they're going to call that thing back, right? I see that all over the interwebs today, and I know I'm copying, I'm plagiarizing like crazy. And I hate doing that because if he would have done that, then this would have happened. But regardless of what, he was touched. He was touched. He goes down. They said, no, he tripped over an offensive lineman's foot afterwards, but it's because he got tripped up by the defender first, then tripped on the offensive guy, and then went down. But I just still need, regardless of what, I need Saquon to hold on to that ball. That was crazy. Not to mention the original, when we went for it, no one's talking about it. He was across the line. His body's across the line, and then he's going down. He puts it across again. But like I said, there have been times when they've called him good on that, and because it wasn't quite the case. So I didn't believe it was the case, so you take the good with the bad, yada, yada, and then you have it is what it is, right? However, I just, in a nutshell, I'm riding with my coach. That's still my flocking coach. And anyone talking about my coach, keep my coach's name out your flocking mouth. Are you dumb talking about firing a coach on a team of Super Bowl aspirations? And then they're going to sit here and slob off Campbell all crazy, like, oh, his best coach. This was not to like out of both sides of your mouth, you can say these things like Dan Campbell's the man, and and Nick Sirianni's going to cost them a trip to the NFC Championship. Like, what are we talking about when the guy literally cost his team a chance in the Super Bowl last season? Like, what? So, I mean, it's just ridiculous. And I'm liking what Nick's doing. And I think he has a plan, man. You know, like you can't, nope, I'm not going to make that assessment. That's wild. I was going to compare, no. But I feel like he knows what he's doing. Mission accomplished. He created a little bit of adversity for the team. The team overcame it, and boom, bang, pow. And then we know what we're doing. We know that we could trust our guys in situations like this. He does things like this because he's trusts these guys so much. I wish the old window went off. But I like the fact that we also have wrinkles in the brotherly shove also. And like I said, man, he's not going to make these moves if he didn't trust the guys that he had behind him, in front of him, around him. And let's flocking go. This is what we do. I'm loving it. Keep the pedal to the metal. Just don't keep going, because that's the only thing that I have a bit of consternation with. Like, after he didn't get the first time, you kind of felt like when you're at the poker table, you're on tilt and you're just trying to get back that lick. You know what I mean? And so this isn't the case. We have 53 men behind you, in front of you, around you, that depend on you to make the right decisions. So one time I could get, the next few times, like, okay, you a bit on tilt. I love the aggression. Like, I'm like, I do it too. But it would just seem to be like a trickle-down domino effect. After the first one was no good, it was wild. Not to mention, I don't know, I'm also led to believe, I'm not sure, but no, because we go for it on a 57. And then look at your boy, Sidney Brown. We're not talking about him enough and what his contribution is on special teams. It's a beautiful thing. And Cooper DeJean is just a whole freaking monster, man. But enough of Nick. We're going to go into the next. What else did I want to speak on over here? We got the 18 make a field goal. Dio said the quiet part out loud. I do believe in, first take, show he's on with Greeny, Like, the worst part about talking about the Eagles is that they're so good. These words actually came out of his mouth. The worst part about talking about the Eagles is that they're so good. Yeah, so why we say they're open, just like I did for the first freaking 7 minutes of this damn video, talking about the bad things. Well, I was talking about the good things. There was a few bad things about Nick, but I see him as a great coach. He's got a great start with us as far as record goes. He's been situationally correct, sound for most of his tenure here with our Eagles. You know, teams are starting to see the wrinkles that we have, so we got to throw some wrinkles back. And I love that we're showing it early. You feel me? Let's get hot late. Then you've got, who else? The worst part about talking about I don't blame Nick. I blame the refs. And then the main thing, like the wildest thing. Well, before we get into that, it's just a little quick freestyle, like Devontae Smith, oh shit, oh snap, subconsciously. Like, the dude, he's ridiculous. The catches that he's making are just wild. I just keep watching that, and then the placement that Jalen Hurts is having on these balls. He's throwing up there, trusting in his receiver to go get it. He's throwing into a spot where possibly these last two games in a row, these balls were looking like they were going dead out of bounds. Like, wild. And the guy comes over the shoulder, corrals these balls in. One time over the shoulder, Willie Mays style, both fans. This week over the shoulder, one-handed. Like, he's an amazing wide receiver. I'm loving with what we have in him. And the most amazing thing, speaking of wide receivers, what am I losing my mind? I should have led with this. A.J. Brown, it's been reported that it's not a serious injury. He's considered day-to-day right now at this point. I was shocked, and like after the game into this morning, that's Saquon Barkley over the shoulder, man. These guys, I mean, and when you got guys like this, yeah, Nixon Sirianni, he's a very lucky man. When you got guys like this, you can do things like that. And people are going crazy and all up and awesome about it. I love it. As long as we win it, because it's a W, man. So get out of here with all the negativity, man. W's create positivity, man. It's better than any deodorant out there. And a lot of people out here need to rub that deodorant on their tongue because they're talking too much. Yes, shut the fuck up. It's getting on my nerves. But regardless, we've got the receiver, WR1, 1K always open, saying that, you know, he's good to go. He's good to go. I just thought maybe it was a tweak even in the game because he didn't seem too crazy. He did have a little bit of that weird, gimpy Carson Wentz hitch to his walk when he was walking to the left into the locker room. It left me a little bit scared, but it seemed like nothing was being reported. It didn't seem like anything was too crazy. But then as the reports started coming out after the game and things started moving along, I'm like, oh God, they were really talking about this, and they were talking about MRIs. Like, yeesh. Then it comes out this morning that they don't think it's that bad, and now it's just been confirmed that he's day-to-day. I believe that they're considering a mild sprain. I'm making that up. I didn't hear that. Something about a sprain I heard earlier. But regardless, no long-term damage as we know it right now, which is a great thing. Give it to A.J. Brown. Give it up to Devontae Smith. Not to mention we should have Dallas Goedert back next week, and let's get this thing full powered again. And this offense is definitely coming around. I'm loving what I'm seeing from that side of the ball, not to mention the defensive side of the ball. Special teams, we're clicking all on cylinders, and we just need our coach to take it to a trip. It's all right, guys. It's not as bad as you're thinking it is. I feel like I'm projecting. But then you got that going on. And the last thing, I'm going to leave off on this the same way that I started yesterday with Yak with the Maniac. You got Saquon Barkley, just with the play of the year, the play of all time, the greatest play that any of us have ever seen, 14 yards, perhaps the greatest run he's ever ran. He's the man doing the damn thing right now. And the only reason why you can do things like this is come to me, it's dawned on me just now, just a little bit earlier, really. Like, this is Quadstrodamus. The only way you can do things like this is if you see the future. How do you know? So, I mean, you hit him with the shake and then one spin. And then you come down and spin again, hop back over pummel horse, land down, stick the landing. What are we talking about? Get another 3 yards after that. This man is just clearly amazing. He is Quadstrodamus. Saquon Barkley is Quadstrodamus. Period. Point blank. He sees the future. He knows all. Like A.J. Brown said, bro. This man, he's a superhuman. It is wild what we have, and I just can't get over it. Like, every day, ever since we've gotten him, you just think to yourself, like, bro, it still feels like a dream. We have Saquon Barkley, bro. Quadstrodamus is a flocking Philadelphia Eagle. It's wild, man. Just a beautiful thing to behold. Everything that he does out there is just amazing, man. But you know how we like to do around this time, about this time, at this time. To the next time, make it the best time. In the meantime, between time, keep it a great time. Let's lock and go. What are you going to do when Eagle Mania swoops down and runs wild on you? We already know the answer when it comes to the Jacksonville Jaguars, but now we going to against them Bow Boys. It's Bow Boy week, y'all. You know how we like to do it, man. Bow Boys suck. Let's get the flock up out of here. Wait, hold up. Before we get out of here, we got to E-A-G-G-O-E-S. Eagles. We wilding out here. Let's rock it. Everything feels great after win, man. Everybody just needs to calm down, man. Get it going, man. This is a good thing. We have a great team, man. Keep the positive energy out there. Don't let them tell you how to feel. You know what you saw. You saw an amazing win yesterday. And that's all that flocking counts. Maybe a little shaky, but who cares, man. Let's get the flock up out of here.